you need you just as much as everybody else needs you, if not more. If your cup is not runneth over, there's not really much you can give. The point that I am saying here is you cannot forget to nurture, nourish, and pour into yourself, and after yourself, your household, as well as you are saving everyone else. I've noticed that there is a certain archetype and personality who will ignore their inside or ignore their home and help and save everyone else, because I guess it's easier and they feel better because they feel like, oh, I'm helping you, even though they can't help themselves. They're ignoring glaring issues within their own life and choosing to save everyone else so that they can get validation from the external. But you know who's there even after you do that? You're still there. That version of you that you're trying to hide from, it still exists. And it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it will catch up to you eventually. You can't run from yourself forever. So, it starts with accepting where you are. People always say like, oh, you gotta be where you want to be, and just pretend like you have all of these things and visualize it. And yes, I think there is a time and a place, but there's also a reality of where you currently are today, and denying that you are where you are is delusional. Regardless of if it's a way to manifest, it's also considered delusion. So yes, if you are making strides to better where you are currently and not just fantasizing about what could happen potentially while you do no action currently, that's considered delusion. And how much progress have you made with that philosophy? Because it's easier to think that if I just keep thinking about the future and manifesting with just my mind and no effort, that it's gonna work because some person who I pay monthly told me that it would. The doctor told me how to cure my thing because the doctor certainly doesn't get paid for my illness. I'm not saying that doctors don't help people, so don't misunderstand. I'm just saying. Sometimes we have to think critically of the situation as well. Just 100% sitting and thinking to yourself, man, I have all of these things. I have this, I have that, I have this, I have that. But you're not putting in the effort. You're never going to have that. You're just going to have frustration and delusion because you're going to be thinking, oh, wow, and I meditated for 7 hours today, and now I still don't have a YouTube channel, but somehow someone's going to invite me to their podcast, but I don't have a presence on the internet, so no one can actually invite me to their podcast because no one knows that I exist or that I'm interested in doing these things. But because I sat and meditated for 7 hours, it's going to happen. There is a time and a place for meditation, okay? Listen, hear me there. There is a time and a place for that. But just electricity alone is not going to power your house. Just having electricity around you is not going to turn your microwave on. You can have all the electricity in the world, but not if you don't plug your microwave into the wall, it's useless. If you don't plug your blender into the wall, you're never going to have a smoothie. You're going to be sitting around wondering why everyone else has a smoothie. And sometimes you can even become bitter because someone else has something you don't have. But you don't even realize that you're not even doing the stuff. You're not even doing the stuff. You're not even taking the effort and the time and energy to do the things that you should be doing to get the results that you want. It's not just about, oh, I'm wishing on a star that something will come and happen in my space. Yes, do that too. And actively do what you know you can do to pursue what you want to have. If you know that to have a podcast, put you on their show, and that's maybe whatever your goal is, that you have to have content out there, put some content out there. Show up to the date. Don't just invite the universe, your date somewhere, and then don't even show up. Sometimes you have to figure out what's the right cord to plug this thing in. But once you figure it out, you got it. And just keep on doing it. Keep on making strides and efforts to improve. Keep on making strides and efforts to actively get what you want, because the only way to get there is to go. The only way to go is to go. So you have to put yourself out there. You have to challenge yourself and fight your fears and fight the delusion and fight the frustration of, man, this is going to take a minute and I have to build this thing. This is not something I can just instantly have the success in. It's going to take time and energy. Yes, it is. And though you have as much time as you have left. So you can do this. Bye.